What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Anfield Agenda New Year's Eve special. There's nothing really special planned for this other than I want to celebrate the new year with you guys. Now, I know if you're in mainland Europe or if you're elsewhere in the world, this isn't necessarily going to be the same for you guys. But if you are in with us, thank you very much for being here. Let's push aside all the negativity, all the football stuff we have on our minds, all that negative nonsense, and look ahead to 2021, which, look, let's be honest, folks, can't be much worse than 2020 outside of the football world. I hope that you're all well. I hope that you're all safe. I hope that you all have a few sherbets inside you, if that is whatever your tipple might be. Obviously, I'm sitting here on the Diet Coke, as is the norm for myself because I'm a non-drinker. But how are you all, folks? Really appreciate you giving up your time to come in. Well, hello there, our Manchester United supporting friend. How are you doing, buddy? Said Happy New Year to you and everyone. Right back at you, pal. We've loads of time, 45 minutes before the countdown. I hope that you're all well. I'm delighted to be on here. Fair play to the missus as well. We usually have a tradition in the Houlden household where we sit on the sofa and we watch Jules Holland Houlden. That's what we do year in and year out. It's what we've done ever since we've been married. But this year, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to be on here because I think I owe you guys another thank you for the amazing year that you've given me on a personal level. And of course I owe my wife and family a massive thank you as well, which is why you're going to be getting a little guest appearance later on as well from Lucas. He's going to come down, sit with me for a few minutes. We're going to have a little chat about the year, and Lucas is going to have a little chat with you guys as well. So I hope that you're all ready. Let's go. What have you got to say to me, folks? What do you want to talk about? Yo, I'm a United fan. All due respect to you, said Alex Power. Man, as we say, and as Mark says as well, mate, rivals not enemies. When it comes time to on the pitch stuff, it's war. Off field, let's have a little bit of fun. Nothing wrong with showing a bit of respect, mate, at the end of the day, as you've rightly said. I hope you're all well. What have we got? What's this gentleman's name? Nucci? No. Oh, God, I can't pronounce his name. Nicodino, excuse me, buddy. Said it's already 2021 here. And anyway, Happy New Year. Look, you've got your Air Jordan thing, and I've got my Air Jordan top on me. Where is it? Here. Besties already, Nicodino. How are you, mate? I hope Liverpool win the next game, so no, mate, so do I, mate, and that cannot come soon enough. Dave Farwell, how are you, buddy? Said happy, healthy, lucky, lovely new year. I know, Dave, over in Florida, you're 5 hours behind us at the moment, I believe, so it should still be daylight there, but happy new year to you as well, Dave. Always a pleasure, and myself and Sabrina are looking forward to catching up with you, hopefully at the far end of next season. I only think in football season. I don't even think in years anymore, only in football seasons. Happy New Year, said David Carroll as well. Look, loads of time to get to the Happy New Year's, folks. Just let me know what you've been up to today. It's been a weird one, hasn't it? Because no darts today, no football today. There will be football, of course, tomorrow. I was going to take tomorrow off, but you know what? I'm going to do the Manchester United game against Aston Villa over on Mundo Sporto. So if you want to come and join me for that one, I'll be live about 15 minutes before the game kicks off. Again, there's always a link in the description to where Mundo Sporto streams. And thanks to you guys, the little, what do we like to call it? The little bastard account is what we call it. Our little illegitimate child account. That's gone to 3,500 subscribers as well. So thank you to everyone that's come over there and joined us on that one. I had a great day today on Twitter, actually. Normally Twitter can be a bit of a hit or miss platform for me, but today I was having some fun with some really nice people on there. Rabadan, thank you, mate. He said Happy New Year, already 2021 in Norway. Happy New Year to you as well, buddy, and love to all the family. Gar, how are you, mate? Irish Gar, welcome in. It's going to be a good one. I've got a feeling, folks, 2021 is going to be a good one. The vaccines will start to get rolled out. People will start to be able to relive their lives again and go out on an adventure. And I cannot wait to go travelling. I really can't. Love from Hawaii. How are we, buddy? Love right back to you. And my goodness, what I'd give to be in Hawaii right now. Mark Tuckwell, Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Have I seen all the protests in Dublin today? No, I haven't, Gar. I haven't been paying much attention to the news at all, mate. I'm trying to stay positive, and it's very hard to do so if you keep reading the news. What's this? Just SYHR said Jake Paul versus Craig. I got my money on Craig KO. You'd be right, mate, because he wouldn't last. Now, look, first and foremost, I'd have to lose a whole heap of weight there because look at my chunky ass, but nothing would give me greater pleasure. I've never boxed a day in my life, but nothing would give me greater pleasure to go in there and knock that smug son of a bitch Spark out. What else have we got? Kevin Smith said he'll be there, Craig. I know you will, buddy. Always appreciate your support, Kevin. Transfer window opening as we speak. I know, mate. It's delicious. I love me a transfer window. You know I love talking about transfers, folks. And there's going to be loads of talk over the next 30 days or so. 31 days in January, isn't there? When is it? It's probably February the 1st when it closes. God, I hope Villa beat the evil ones tomorrow, said Rabadan. Yeah, look, if United get the win tomorrow, folks, we're only top on goal difference. But you know what? As I was trying to say at the end of the stream yesterday, there isn't all negatives to take. There was a lot of negatives from yesterday, but Thiago showed immediately when he came on the influence that he's going to have. I've got a sneaky suspicion that we might see Virgil van Dijk back earlier than we all think. Now, I'm not talking anytime soon. I'm guesstimating we might see him at the end of February time, something like that. Or he seems to be remarkably recovering well from this. And look, it is a long process, of course, to get back. 21 is coming, said Aldo. I don't know, man. 21 or 20 for us, either way. I've said this all along, and I'm going to stick to it. If I had to pick a club for Liverpool to be in a battle for the Premier League title with, it's got to be United. I mean, the two biggest, most decorated clubs in English football history going head to head for the title. It's what the world needs in 2021 now. Obviously, me being a Liverpool fan, I'm going to figure that my team are going to come top of that. Any United fans watching, they'll be backing Bruno and those boys to come top of it. But you know what? An L title race will do us good. Who cares about Manchester City and the irrelevance of them? Let the big boys battle it out. If somebody has to battle it out, let it be the big boys. Love your celebration when Liverpool won against Barcelona. Thank you, mate. That was a real special moment, and one that I often reflect upon on the channel. Mbappe to Anfield in 2022, said Mark Tuckwell. It could be a 2021 job there, buddy, because he only has 1 year left on his PSG deal come the end of this season. Happy New Year to you, Kevin, as well. Oscar's called me an egg. Brilliant, Oscar. Now, the old me would have absolutely slaughtered you, my friend. But considering you're not very intelligent, I'm going to just leave it there, buddy, and wish you a happy new year. And hope that you learn from these experiences that you will look back on when you're a little bit older and realise what a dick you were. But, you know, I'm sure your parents are proud of you nonetheless, mate, and you can manage to spell a 3-letter word correctly. So fair play to you, Oscar. And happy new year to you and your family. Egg, honest to God. That's the first time I've ever heard that one. He's a genius, isn't he? My nan's got Bunyan, said, hi Craig, loving the content this year, and do you think we'll make any signings in January? I've gone past the point though of will we to, we have to. I really feel that it's at a point now where it's almost, no, I don't want to say the word that I'm going to say because that's very critical of Klopp and I don't want to be, but it's a no-brainer to me, mate. I think we have to go into the January window and make a signing. What else we got? Cheers, Craig. Thanks for all the happiness you've brought this year. Oh man, it's been a tough old year, hasn't it? For everybody. It's been a tough one, but I've tried to keep smiling at times. I've tried to keep plugging away and going through it, and I wouldn't have got through it without you guys. So again, thank you for everything. Dara Azizi, happy new year to you as well, buddy, in the chat. Leon Cam popped in as well. Happy new year to you, Leon. I'm in Cape Town, Craig. Happy new year, said Prometheus. Michaela Prometheus. Happy new year, Michaela. What have we got? Ibrahim said, don't worry, Craig, we're also coming for that title. Now, Ibrahim, let me just have a little word for a second, buddy. You've been a Manchester City and a top lad as well, by the way, and I wish you a happy new year, Ibrahim. And yeah, you probably will be in the title race, buddy, but these stories about Kyle Walker that are doing the rounds, I don't know if you've seen it, folks, but, you know, it could be a bit of trouble coming Kyle Walker's way for stories that are going to start breaking, I believe, more over the coming days. But, I don't know, man. If it is true, it's very unprofessional on all of those involved. You may be an egg, but you're our egg, said Charlie Martin. There you go, mate. There you go. I mean, someone's bald calling them an egg. I mean, it's the IQ of an egg to come up with that. Like, I mean, surely you could go a little bit better than that. Like, Humpty Dumpty. I mean, at least we're one level up there. The White Malteser was one of my favourite ones that somebody came up with. I think it was actually Danny Connor's friend that came up with that one. Happy New Year to everybody in the chat. James, the I Hate United, Ewan Banks, Graves getting smashed on the Diet Coke. What a lad. That's it, mates. You know what I mean? Getting it into you. Watch live on air. Oh, is there a more refreshing sound in life? Now, I know what you're thinking. As I go to have a sip of this, all of you at home are going to be thinking, I don't want you to be no slave. I don't want you to work all day. But I want you to be true. And I just want to make love to you. It's no different to the ad, really, is it, when you think about it? Like, it's basically the same. I could have saved Coke millions. Happy New Year, everybody that's coming in as well. Ice Wallow Come said, "Hey Craig, you're looking particularly sexy tonight. Thank you very much, mate. You know, I did just jump out of the shower for the stream, whacked on the Air Jordan hoodie and said, let's get down to it. Let's get in here and talk to our favourite people." Hi Craig, Joshua or Fury, who wins? Do you know what, Scott? I honestly think it's a pick'em. I could make an argument in my head for both fighters. I mean, boxing IQ, ring intelligence, ring generalship, have to give it to Fury. But I don't know if Fury would be able to stop AJ, which I think he may have to do. And I think the longer the fight's delayed, the more it plays into AJ's hands because he gets more and more experience. So it's a pick-em fight and one that we all want to see in 2021. United fan here, Happy New Year, I'm bored as fuck, he said. Well, do you know what, buddy? It's lovely to have you in, genuinely. We welcome in fans from every club, pal, and thank you for the super chat, and a Happy New Year to you as well. And as I keep saying, I'm really excited about this title race. I really am. I know United fans are going to think they're going to do it, and I'm going to think we're going to do it, but isn't that the fun? Do you know what I mean? We can do this and be respectful. Craig got more singing talent than Mark Goldbridge. Look, to be honest, like, my singing is beyond shocking, and I'm aware of it. People actually think that I take it seriously and believe I can sing. Trust me, I'm well aware I can't sing. But one thing people will get to know about me eventually is I don't get embarrassed. I haven't got the embarrassing gene in my body. I may be embarrassing, maybe my kids think I'm embarrassing, but I never feel embarrassed. I just don't suffer from that affliction. Chris Legit, how are you, buddy? Another absolute legend on the channel. Lovely to have you in. Happy New Year, Craig and Connor. Craig, did you happen to mention who the current champions of England are? I think it might be us, Chris. And do you know what? Breaking news. I think we're going to go back to back. I did say it, and I'm standing over it. Look, United are doing really well. City have games in hand, they could catch up. The title race is absolutely wide open at the moment. But I still think with Thiago coming back and Jota coming back from injury and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain not injured now and Shaqiri may be coming back if he stays in January, I really do feel like we're going to start to get into a better rhythm now. And I really think we'll start to see another dimension in Liverpool's play going through the middle particularly. You could see it in the little cameo appearance that we got from Thiago. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting end to the season. But, I mean, just imagine the buzz. So whether you're a United fan watching this right now or a Liverpool fan, just imagine the buzz when one of our teams, and maybe it's Manchester City, but, you know, I assume that there's very little Manchester City fans watching because they know how much I don't like them. Not the people, the club. Just imagine the buzz. Just imagine the buzz when it comes to the end of the season. If one of us has pipped the other to the title, imagine that rush. Last year was really strange for us Liverpool fans. Yeah, we won the title after 30 years. Yes, it was amazing. And yes, I think that Liverpool and the Premier League did a very good job of celebrating the title in the best way that they could, with the fireworks display and Hendo lifting it and the players' families being present. That was great. But it almost felt too easy. It almost felt anticlimactic because we absolutely whooped the league and walked it by 18 points or something. To win it by a couple of points, 5-6 points, in it after a really, head-to-head battle, it would be far more satisfying, wouldn't it? It would be just amazing. Whichever club you support, that's the way you want to be winning leagues. Like that, I'd love Liverpool to win the league with an Aguero-esque type of moment. You know, that kind of way. United fans thinking they've got it in the bag and then bang, up comes Virgil van Dijk with a towering header, last minute top bins, and it's all over. That's what I'm looking forward to in 2021. That real title race between the two big boys in the Premier League and, Manchester City. Right, Bernadette. I think I missed a super chat from Bernadette. So 1 second, Bernadette. Let me just get my mouse. That's absolutely atrocious. Where have we got? Bernadette said, thank you Craig and Connor, mods and the AA family plus rival fans for keeping us going throughout a pandemic and always putting a smile on our faces. You know what, Bernadette? That just sums up the brilliant person that is you. You've put the mods in there, you've put the AA family in there, and also the rival fans, because the rival fans have played a big part in the enjoyment that we've had this season. Some of them go over the line and act like complete fools, but most rival fans have been absolutely great to banter with, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, as have our moderators and everybody else. And look, to our moderators and to the entire AA family, from myself and Connor, we can't thank you enough for the way things are going. Kev writes in the Jesus as well. Kev, how are you? Kev is a very good YouTube channel, very talented musician. Please do go over and check out his stuff. Said, Happy New Year from my channel to yours, Craig. Thank you for everything you've done this year. Bring on the champions. Mate, I hope it keeps going well for you, Kev, and I hope you keep lashing out them cracking tunes, buddy. And, there is one of us in this conversation that can sing, pal, and it ain't me, it's definitely you. So, have a great 2021. Who else have we got in? Tom Boland's in the house. Sabrina Houlden, her headphones, a wonderful invention to drown him out. Even at that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of lad that if she was wearing headphones to drown me out, I'd pull the headphones and sing into her ear. That's the type of person I am, to be honest. Was my wife in the chat there somewhere, was she? I didn't see. There she is. She's just saying hello to Dara. She's upstairs, God bless her, as always, just allow me to do my thing. I swear to God, I've bought about 6 wireless mice. Is that the right word? For this computer, and they're all shit. None of them ever work. Are you scared to face United on current form? No, man, not scared. But not like arrogant either. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I hate when these games come around. So the last thing we all want is January 19th to come around, United to rock up to Anfield, and it to be an absolute snore fest. I want both teams to go at a hammer and tongs. United to be at their counter-attacking best, and Liverpool to be at their penetrative best as well. And I'd love it to be something like, you know, a real proper Premier League game that we all remember. But no, I'm not scared of United on current form. I respect the form that they're in. I still don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is good enough to manage a club like Manchester United. That's my honest opinion. But I'm excited about it, definitely. Happy New Year from a Chelsea fan. Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. What was your best moment of 2020, said Ali Khan. That is a very, very difficult question, mate. What was my best moment of 2020? Let me think. There's been a few. From a personal level, it was lovely to see my daughter get her first part-time job. It was a very proud moment for her and for me. I celebrated 20 years together with my missus, which was an absolutely amazing moment this year as well, although, you know, we couldn't celebrate it like many other people. Look, who am I kidding? It's winning the fucking title, isn't it? It's winning the league. It's got to be winning the league. I mean, I was more emotional for that than anything else, let's be honest. What have we got? Spyro said up Goldbridge. Look, mate, I don't know. You probably don't know me from Adam, buddy, but I'm good friends with Mark. I like Mark. I respect Mark. He's a top lad. We were chatting to each other earlier on WhatsApp. I wished him and his family a happy new year. Mark's been a good friend to the channel, and, you know, I've got nothing but love and respect for Mark, so I will never utter a bad word about Mr. Goldbridge. He was on the Pims earlier on, I believe, though, so fair play to him. Ran out of drink early, which is, you know, bad planning from Mark's perspective. I would have expected Mark to have a few more bevies in the house than he wouldn't. Stuck on the Pims already at 9 o'clock. Right, what else have we got? Where's all the up Mark Goldbridge stuff coming from? I keep thinking I've missed him in the chat or something if he was, but I'm sure you would have alerted me. What's your opinion on the Cavani incident? I don't think I'm qualified to give an opinion on the Cavani incident. It is a very thin line, because there are so many different dialects and meanings of certain words, whether they be spoken by a Uruguayan or a Spanish-speaking person or somebody else from South America, that I can't tell, to be honest with you. People compare it to the Suarez incident. I don't know if they're comparable, to be fair. People compared it to the Bernardo Silva incident, which sort of comparable to. In all of these, I certainly do not believe that there was any racist intent from Edison Cavani, nor do I believe there was any racist intent from Bernardo Silva. That's all I can say from my perspective. I'm not qualified to tell you what the connotations of what they said were. I can only give you my opinion. It was, to me, it was more of a thank you moment towards one of his fellow players that unfortunately didn't go down well for varying reasons. And again, look, it's a very touchy subject. I'm not qualified to talk about it, but I do not believe there was any racist intent there. I can say that. Right, what else have we got? So many people in, so many things I'm trying to get through. Were there any players from United that I'd take at Liverpool? Is there any players? I wouldn't mind Fernandes. I'm not going to lie. Bruno Fernandes could do a job at Liverpool, but now that we have Thiago, is there space on that midfield? Do you know what I mean? To be a little bit too attacking. Are we talking starting 11s? Because I mean, I'd happily have Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a backup to Trent, but Rashford, I've always thought there's more to come from Rashford, and I'm a little bit inquisitive, or a little bit, I wouldn't say worried, because I don't give a shit about United, but his form seems to have dipped off a little bit. Like, I know he scored the other day and all, but he doesn't seem like the Marcus Rashford of 12 months ago to me, and I don't know if it's because, you know, he's had such a positive year in other aspects, and maybe he's been a bit distracted, but Yeah, is there anybody else I'd take from United? I wouldn't have minded Donny van der Beek, to be honest. I always thought he was a tidy footballer. I'd be interested to see how he gets on there. As a Spanish speaker, Cavani would not be considered racist in any Latin American country. There you go, Jose. And look, again, as a Spanish speaker, far more qualified to talk about the subject than me. I just, from reading what I've read, and I've read the whole Suarez report, by the way, during that incident, and Jesus, that was heavy reading. That was difficult. That was a difficult read. Bernadette said McTominay's decent. I think he's another one of those players who'll probably go through his entire career being underrated, but yet does a very good job in that midfield at United, much like Henderson did for the longest time at Liverpool. Bernadette. Am I doing a Manchester City versus Chelsea watch along? When is that game? Sad. I could well be doing. Connor has the calendar. Connor just tells me what I'm doing the next day. I'm not even joking with you. I'll say to Connor, what's on the story for tomorrow, and he'll say you're doing X, Y, and Z, and I'll go grand. Put me in front of the microphone, away we go. We'll get me research done. So tomorrow we're going to be doing the Manchester United game against Aston Villa on Mundo Sporto. Then Kyle from the Nothing But Reds channel's going to be coming over to do a show with me on Saturday the 2nd. We're going to be having a little talk about the upcoming game on Monday against Southampton. I'll put out my Southampton preview separately on top of that as well. Loads of new stuff coming up on the channel. Alex said, as a United fan, Mark Goldbridge is a B-Tech of you. Wow, that's a very kind compliment, mate. But look, I'm the type of person that likes to pay respect and the dues to the people who paved the way for other channels. Mark Goldbridge, AFTV, who I don't like, but I will always acknowledge as being one of the people at the forefront of fan media. The Anfield Rap. Those type of channels. Without them, without the likes of Mark, none of us would probably be doing what we're doing. So it took those groundbreaking people to pave the way for the likes of us to be able to have a platform. And I'll be forever grateful for that, which is why I have such respect for Mark, and it's a pleasure that I've gotten to know him. But yeah, look, Mark's brilliant at what he does. He's one of the most clever people when it comes to social media. He's great fun. And I'll be chatting with him ahead of the United game on the channel, so I'm looking forward to that. Craig, it's on Sunday. What is on Sunday? The game? It's not, it's Monday. The game against Southampton's Monday. I'm 99% certain, but let me just check that right now. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, sorry, you were talking about the Chelsea-Manchester City game. My apologies, mate. 4:30 Sunday. Yeah, I'd say I'll probably do that, man. Yeah, I'd say you can pencil me in on Mundo Sporto for that one. Yeah, we can do that one. Sorry, Sean, I thought you were talking about the Liverpool game for a minute, buddy. Yeah, I probably will be doing that one. So, most underrated player in the Premier League, typical. Oh God, there's so many. You know, when we think of underrated players, our minds are probably going to look to think through a Liverpool, United, Chelsea, City, Spurs player. But you know, one of the gems that I think was picked up in the transfer window actually went to Spurs. I think that the deal that they did to bring in wasn't it Højbjerg they brought into the midfield? I thought that was a tremendous piece of business, and he's made a real difference to the strength of that midfield. So the league is littered with underrated players, mate. Mainly probably a lower half of the table teams that we don't probably pay much attention to. So it's a very difficult question. Right, what else is there? Do you think Liverpool will buy a centre back in January? Yes, I do, and also you can add to that hope as well. Look, ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying the stream, firstly, thank you for joining me. We've got 21 minutes to go till New Year's Eve, so please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. And I think it's the time to introduce little Lucas to the channel for a few minutes. What do we think? Will we bring the little dude down and let him say hello for a few minutes? I've already forewarned him not to use bad language. So, you know, God knows where this is going to go. But, you know, I think my wife's watching this. So we'll get my son down. We'll bring Lucas in for a minute or two. And we'll have a little chat with the dude who's... he's going to be a YouTuber, I promise you that. But in the gaming sense, because the dude's all about gaming. Happy New Year, Robbie. Happy New Year, everybody that's coming into the chat. Did Kyle Walker have a Christmas party? Allegedly, he did, Irish Gar. And allegedly, there was... up to 19 Premier League players there, and allegedly 11 of those have tested positive, mate. And allegedly Jadon Sancho flew in from Germany for it, but I don't know. I just have to use the word allegedly because I have to wait for this story to break properly. Do some singing. You missed the singing. I already had a little bash at the singing earlier on. Here he comes. Here comes the little legend now. Let me just move this microphone a little bit. Right, buddy, get in here with me. Let's say hello to everybody. First of all, say hello.
Hello.
Wouldn't tell them your name.
My name's Lucas.
And you are my son, correct? Is that correct, little man?
Yes, but I have a question.
You have a question. Go on.
Why do I appear on the top screen, but then not appear on the bottom?
You will, because that's a little bit of a delay. Watch, he'll come in. There you are, see?
Wait, it's a video of me.
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed. Now, wish everybody in the stream a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And what do you do when you run a YouTube channel? What do you tell people to do? They have to hit what?
They have to hit the subscribe button.
And drop a...
Like...
See what I mean? The man's all about it already. And did you have a good Christmas?
Good.
What did Santi bring you?
You know it's Nintendo Switch.
Ooh, Nintendo Switch. And is Daddy going to kick your backside of Mario Kart?
Well, I went faster than you.
You did. Look, everybody saying hi in the chat. Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
Lucas is my little dude. Lucas is the future of gaming YouTube.
Thanks to Thomas How's it?
I know, it's tough to read, isn't it, when they're all moving up like that?
How are they all going up?
And Lucas, tell me this now. Who's the best footballer?
It's obviously Virgil van Dijk.
Go on, we're going correctly here. Mo Salah, good stuff. And who's the best team? Oh look, the daughter's here. You gonna come in and say hello as well?
You support the goal.
My daughter's here. Come on, you pop around and say.
In the pick.
Look, it's the whole Houlden family. This is my beautiful 16-year-old daughter, Circa, as well. Just in case you people thought I invented a family, I actually do have one. This is my daughter. This is my son. My wife won't come on camera till we hit 100,000 subscribers. So, from my family to yours, Happy New Year, Circa. Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And I told him he got a part-time job as well recently, which, you know, you then have to sit at home because nobody can work.
Yeah.
And what did Santi bring you for Christmas, Circa?
Money and clothes.
Money and clothes? And something else?
Oh,
it was like...
HD.
There you go.
Like, I just don't even know, like...
See, Circa just popped in to say a little hello, but how are you, Lucas?
Good.
Are you glad that you don't have to go back to school now for another week?
Yep, but did you know what is going on?
There's big breaking news about Project Zergo, isn't there?
Yeah.
What's the news?
Okay, we're gonna give a shout out to a few people. Chris Legit.
Chris Legit.
Happy New Year, lovely family, Greg.
Chris Legit, shout out from Lucas, good stuff. Doing the shout outs already, I love it.
Okay, let's...
Who else are you giving a shout out to?
I'm gonna give a shout out to, oh my god, there's a bunch of people.
I know, there's loads of people, isn't it?
I'll give one to... There's so... I'm gonna give a shout out to Joel. Joshi, I can't read that.
Have you any jokes for me, Ratton? Anything funny? Actually, you didn't tell us about Project Zergo. Apparently breaking news on Project Zergo. It's over or something, is it?
Yeah, it is.
They've ended. So does that mean all those YouTubers are safe now?
Yep.
Coolio. And what are you going to do for the new year? Have you made any New Year's resolutions? You going to give up anything?
Yeah, what did I give up?
Going to give up being a cheeky little monkey, perhaps?
Yep. 100%.
100%?
Yeah, but like imagine like, you say like, a guy's trying to come up to you, but then like they actually like attack you with a bat.
A bat? I was telling people before that you said if they didn't subscribe, you were going to go around to their house and what were you going to do?
Steal their socks and...
Steal their socks? Why are you stealing people's socks? Why would you be stealing people's socks?
Okay, shout out to Bradley Fricker for donating £4.99.
Look at this, the man's reading out super chats and all. Imagine Santa brought everyone in your house. Hold on, Anfield Agenda membership, which is a good present, by the way. Thank you, Bradley. Look at this little man doing shout outs and all. Knows what super chats are. The proud moment this is, son. This is a proud moment. Look, shout out to Lucas from Neil as well. He's so cute. Everybody probably sitting at home going, where'd you get the red hair from? My wife's a redhead, just in case you're wondering. I know you haven't seen her, but she is a redhead. Phil said his kid has got red hair as well. They're all the best. So who's your best friend in school, Lucas?
Oh, I have. I think it would be David. David.
Nice. And what are you going to be when you grow up?
Oh, it's really tough, but astronaut maybe.
An astronaut?
Astronaut's a tough.
Will you be able to get Wi-Fi up in space?
You can get. Oh yeah, you can. Got the satellite dish, isn't it?
Cool. I'm going to let you go, buddy. Go back up to Mammy and watch and ring in the new year. But I love you. And Happy New Year. And say Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
And say thank you for supporting Anfield Agenda.
Thank you for supporting Anfield Agenda. Go get the merch. And it's sponsored by Boyle Sports. Bye.
There you go. Look at that. A little end off there. Go get the merch. Sponsored by Boyle Sports. The man's out here doing bits. Love you, buddy. Talk to you soon. Look at that. Sponsored by Boyle Sports and all. The man's out here doing bits. You love to see it. Doug said Happy New Year when it comes to the Holdens and also to the Reds and everybody else. Best of 21 to you guys. Lucas is awesome, said Yusuf. Thank you. He's a legend. I've been saying it to you before. That I missed another super chat. Lucas, please shout me out, said Chris legit. I think you actually did, Chris. Happy New Year to you as well, Carl. Ibrahim, lovely to see you. It is past his bedtime, mate, definitely, but it's, they're not in school and it's New Year's Eve, so he's got to stay up as well. And he likes to make sure, genuinely, this is true, he knows that my dog hates fireworks. As do a lot of dogs, by the way. And he likes to make sure that he can comfort our dog if the dog's scared when the fireworks go off. So he likes to give our little dog, we've only a small little dog, likes to give him a little hug as well. Yo, Craig, your son Lucas is a bit of an American accent. Do you know that's not my son Lucas is autistic, and it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for kids that are on the spectrum to have an American twang to their accent. They watch a lot of TV at times usually, and I wonder if that's where they pick it up from. But it is a common thing actually. So that was a very good spot, mate. Happy New Year from Denmark as well, said Jonas. Happy New Year to you, buddy, and look to all of you guys. You're absolutely amazing. What have we got? Rod as well is in the house. Rod, that's the first time I've seen that super sticker, Rod, and what a belter it is. A chair on fire. And lots of love to you, Rod, all the family over in Australia as well. Chris Legit said send the super chats if you can afford to help the channel. Look, don't worry about stuff like that, man. It's just great having you guys in with us. We've got 13 minutes to go till it's 2021 and we can finally kick out the shit show that was 2020. I actually can't believe that the little dude finished it up by saying don't forget Boyle Sports is the sponsor. I mean, that is one of my proudest moments of the year right there. What a little legend. Bring on the dog. Oh man, my dog is a whore. I'm not even going to lie to you. If I brought my dog on and pet him, that's it. He's not moving. He's not leaving. He is an attention-seeking, lovely little whore. And I mean that in the kindest way. Anyone that comes into my house and pets him, as you do, you come into the house, you pet a little dog. That's it then. He's on your lap and you're not getting rid of him till you're going. John Frusciante, it's been a long time no see, mate. I hope that you're doing well. John, I do absolutely remember John. John is a New York Cosmos fan, and lots of love to you, buddy, over there in New York. I hope that you have a great 2021. How lucky you are, said David. I'm very fortunate, mate. As I've said to you, without this amazing little bubble in my life, without my family, without you guys, I wouldn't be here, and part of that is my little son Lucas. I learn from him every day. He makes me smile every day, and he's a little chancer, and I love that about him because I'm a chancer as well, and I love seeing that little spark and the little comedy inside him. So yeah, kids make you smile. Do you know what I mean? They're brilliant. Has my wife been on yet? Nope. She won't. She refuses to come on, man. She won't come on. The only half promise I've gotten from her is when we hit 100,000 subscribers, she'll come on. But even at that, I think she'll try and worm her way out of it. As I said, look, guys, if you are enjoying the show so far, please do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. So many wonderful people that I wish I could individually say hello to in the chat because you're all legends. And without you guys, this hasn't been... this channel wouldn't be where it is. Somebody said New Year giveaway. Trust me. I said to you, and I promise you, I've already got it semi on order, but when we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're going to give away an amazing prize. I mean, unbelievable prize, trust me. When I tell you what it is when we get closer to the time, it's going to be amazing. Now, the big news as well is early in 2021, I'm going to be interviewing Jack Mate, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to as well. So as soon as I have the date for that one, I'll let you guys know. Darragh McAnthony, the Peterborough chairman as well, is is going to come on for a chat. We're going to talk about football. He's a massive Liverpool fan. Loads of stuff. Ian Brewster, Rian's father, he's going to be a regular contributor to Anfield Agenda in 2021 as well. Ian's going to be coming on every couple of weeks for a catch-up. He'll let us know how Rian's getting on as well at Sheffield United. But most importantly, Ian is a massive Red, so Ian's going to be on the channel regularly as well. Again, the guys at Nothing But Red, they're going to be coming on every week to do their show, Nothing But Red's Agenda, and I'll be joined by Kyle on Saturday for a chat as well. Promise you, we have loads of content coming up. And that's before we even talk about Mundo Sporto and the new Premier League Roundup show that we're going to be doing on there, bringing on the best up-and-coming YouTube talent from all different clubs, giving them an opportunity to show what they can do and give their input. We just want to keep giving people a platform because you gave us a platform. And without you guys, we wouldn't have this platform. We wouldn't be growing like we are. And we think it's only right that we pay back. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to give people a platform to show what they can do because there's so many amazing YouTubers out there that just haven't been given a chance or haven't gotten a lucky break yet. So many people. Hadn't got a clue about the accent. That's awesome, said Lance. Yeah, actually, my wife told me about that, mate. It sounds like I have that... I have that inside scoop, but not my wife again. She was the one that told me about that because it goes back actually a little bit further, but I won't bore you with the story. Jack, mate, jeez, I know, that was a real great get. I can't believe it. Jack's a legend. And I mean that in the sense, apart from the fact he is a goddamn legend. I mean, he's so good and free with his time. He's always good to up-and-coming channels, which is why, you know, people love him as much as they do, apart from the fact that his podcast is amazing and he's a funny fucker. I'm a massive Liverpool fan. I cried when we drew against Newcastle, said Ryan. Ryan, mate, I'm not going to lie to you. Yesterday is the angriest that I can remember being as a Liverpool fan since the Hicks and Gillette situation. I don't know why, but yesterday really just struck a chord with me where I just felt really frustrated, man. Really frustrated. But, you know, with time, you calm down a little bit. Is the prize Kloppy hugs? If so, sign me up. No, if it was, I wouldn't be giving them away, man. I'd be keeping them for myself. Should I tell you what the prize is? Should I? Because it's New Year's Eve. Am I allowed? Okay, you've got me. I'll tell you. What we're going to do when we hit 100,000 subscribers is we're going to give one of our subscribers one of these. Yes, one of your very own Anfield Agenda Craig chair with your family name on it and whatever you want on it. So we'll pay for it from Serendipity Furniture and they'll ship it over to you. This is where this chair came from. When we hit 100,000 subscribers on Anfield Agenda, we're going to give one of you guys a chair exactly the same as mine. We'll deliver it to you guys wherever in the world you are. And we'll come up with a fair way to enter the competition, and that's what we're going to do to give back. These chairs are £1,200, I shit you not, they are not cheap, but they are absolutely amazing, and that's what we're going to do for you guys, because we want to give back. We've been saving up to be able to do it for a while, hoping that someday we'll hit 100,000, and well, I've already spoken to Paul and Beth from Serendipity Furniture to let them know that, you know, that order will be coming down the line. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for you guys, and we're going to be giving away a few other bits and bobs as well, just to say thank you, because we've always said it from day one. It's a community channel. If we do well, we want to be able to give back to you guys, and we've given away over 20 shirts alone in 2020. We've given away lots of other bits and pieces as well, and yeah, we want to keep giving back, because without you we ain't shit, and we know it. Right, what else have we got? A lot of postage to Australia though. Do you know what? It's not actually as expensive as you think to ship the chair around a bit, because the chair originally was shipped from England over to me, and we were all amazed at the cost of the ship, and it wasn't that expensive at all. Even Manchester United fans, anyone that's subscribed to the channel, you can pick the chair you want. You can design it with Serendipity Furniture if you want a different style, different legs, different colours, different embroidering on the chair, whatever it is you want. There's loads of different versions. They can make this chair in any colour, in any way that you want, and we'll make sure that it's done to your specifications as a little thank you. Well, I say a little thank you, I've got to be honest, it's a bit of a big thank you, but I think it's the least that we can do. Nice Jordan sweatshirt. Thank you. I got this for myself to wear on Christmas Day. This was my little Christmas clothes. How did I manage to get that chair in my house? It's actually, do you know, it's not that big. It looks humongous on the stream, but I think it's just the camera angle. Like, it's a normal armchair size. But I've got double back doors, by the way, that open up into the garden, so I can easily just get it into them. Sickly Gamer said Luke is already promoting merch. What a legend. Yeah, he's talked about merch more than I have. I don't even mention that we sell t-shirts and stuff on the channel. We are looking to get some Anfield Agenda hoodies done for 2021, but we want them to be, you know, really high quality embroidered hoodies. So we're looking for a company to do them for us. And, you know, when we have the design laid out and all as well, we'll drop a first bit of Anfield Agenda merch with regards to hoodies as well. The chair looks smexy. Honestly, every day I come into this living room and I see this chair, I smile and understand how lucky I am that Serendipity Furniture sorted me out with the chair, and I'll be forever grateful. If nothing else happens, just to have had this will be with me forever. I love this chair, and trust me, our lucky winner will love it as well. 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes to go till we hit New Year, till we finally get rid of 2020 and welcome in 2021 with open arms. What's my favourite Liverpool goal of the year? And Happy New Year to you, said Sean O'Connell. Do you know, can I redo the question a little bit? So my favourite goal of the year was the penalty that Chelsea scored to make sure they got the second goal against Manchester City that won us the league. That was a very, very important goal. But I think favourite goal of the year, I don't think I could pick. Fabinho's screamer is one that stands out to me, but there's just so many. Can I get an interview with James Redmond? Nope. No interest. No interest to do it, mate. They've got their own little platform. James has his platform. And as I've said to you before, there are people who've reached out to us and there are people who've completely blanked us in this industry. And we'll just keep doing our thing and everybody else can keep doing their thing. And I wish everybody every success. But no is the answer to that one. Hoping for better results for Liverpool this year. I don't know, Thomas. We've had a few decent ones. Someone actually pulled me up on something and said to me, cop on me, saying there's no plan B. Oh no, it was a different one. He said, you don't know anything about football. You're talking about Liverpool's poor away form when we beat Crystal Palace 8-0. Now, firstly, we beat them 7-0, but we've taken 11 points from something like 24 and had one win in 7 away from home. So I think that does mean that our away form could be worked on. Now, you know, I'm no genius, but doesn't take one to figure that out. Corner taken quickly, 2021. Man, that I'm still to this day, even when I watch back that clip of Trent taking that corner and us scoring the winner, I'm still expecting the referee to blow it up and disallow Origi's goal. I'm still to this day, even when I watch it back, think that it's going to be stopped because we took it too quickly. That was amazing. And the video of the steward reenacting it, I should say, when he was doing an Anfield tour as well, was amazing. Danny Dog said, hi Craig, thank you so much for making everyone's 2020 so much better. Keep up the hard work. WFM and Happy New Year. WFM to you as well, buddy, and to all of you. We're only about 10 subscribers away from hitting 61,500, by the way, so please do hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying it. And what have we got? Less than 2 minutes to go. I'm going to get the actual clock up so we can see this properly, so we can do a proper countdown to New Year's. Now, don't be expecting me to break into Old Lang Syre out here, folks, because firstly, I don't know the bleeding words to it, and secondly, nobody wants me inflict that on them. So we've got about a minute and a bit to go until it's 2021. It's weird. Does anybody else, is this an Irish thing? Or does anybody else remember back in the good old days when people used to open their front doors and bang pots together to welcome out the new year? My grandmother used to always make me stand at the front door with her. She'd bang on the pots and she'd say, son, we're doing this to let out the old year and welcome in the new year. And it's a tradition that I've always loved. And I wonder, is that just an Irish thing, or, you know, is it something that's done around the world or in England or elsewhere? I'm keeping an eye on the clock, folks. Don't worry. We're nearly getting there. Happy Hogmanay, of course, Neil. That's a Scottish thing, isn't it? If my memory's correct. Happy New Year to you as well, K2.0. Again, we are on countdown mode here, folks. Corner taken quickly. There you go. 60 seconds. That's about as long as I last, mate. What? That's actually been generous, to be honest with you. This is where I don't want my wife to chirp in. Still keeping an eye on the clock. We're almost there, folks. Almost. Thiago Alcantara. Right, come on, take over for it. This seems like the longest minute of my life. 4. There we go. Happy New Year! Woo-woo! We're there. We're finally out of 2020 and into 2021. And I've nearly just done my voice there. 1 second. Happy New Year to all of you. Sláinte to everybody around the world. Goomy Goomster, how are you, pal? Nice to see you. One of our Twitter friends popping in to say hello. It's great to see you guys all on here, and lots of love to each and every one of you. Fireworks going off in the background here, wherever you are. And I know that some people have already celebrated New Year, and I know that some people are still a few hours away. So thank you for being here. I'll never forget the commentary. Barcelona beaten, Messi mashed on Merseyside, Liverpool triumphant, iconic stuff at the end of the 4-0, said Puskas is a god, and loads of Happy New Years and WFMs. Ladies and gentlemen, do me one little favour and lash love hearts into that screen just to say to everybody that's watching, everyone that's in here with us, thank you from me, from you, from everybody for this amazing community that we have together here, because we've had some great moments together, we've had some shitty moments together, and we'll probably have a lot of great more moments together moving forward. But if you can do me that one favour, just fill up that screen with love hearts, because that's how I feel about you fuckers, and I mean that in the kindest terms, of course, and I know that that's how you guys feel about each other as well. So WFM and lots of love to all of you, but don't worry, I'm not going anywhere yet. I'm staying on here for a bit longer. I've got another 15-20 minutes in me or so. And to my wife upstairs, Happy New Year. Sabrina, lots of love to you. Love you and the kids immensely. Jamie, Happy New Year to you, buddy. Killian Plummer, Eugene, everybody that's coming into the chat. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to all of you. The Anfield talking as well. Origi said. Mo Salama, Happy New Year to you, buddy. Owen as well, lots of people in from all different parts of the world, and I really appreciate you giving up your time to spend it with this bald Irish egg, as the other people like to call me. I've set myself a little three goals for 2021, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to fill you in on those goals now, if you don't mind. So, my 3 goals for 2021 are as follows. Number 1, to get Anfield Agenda to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Number 2, to appear on a Premier Sports TV show, Premier Sports being a sports channel here in Ireland, alongside Owen McDevitt on that panel. And number 3 is to interview John Aldridge. They are my 3 goals to do by the end of the year 2021, and I hope I can get them done. Rapidan, don't be saying that to me, man. We can't be dealing with aliens yet, buddy. Jesus, we're just getting rid of one thing. We can't be having aliens coming in as well. Lose weight, said John West. Thanks, mate. Do you know what I mean? I mean, just, I don't know if that's your goal or if you're just calling me fat, but I don't know what to say to that, John, mate. If it's for yourself, then I wish you every success with it. If you're telling me to lose weight, well, look, you're right, but, you know, I'll do it my own time. Carl said RIP to those loved ones and friends that we lost. Yes, mate, that's a beautiful sentiment, and let me echo Carl's sentiment to anyone that lost a loved one in the last year. Our thoughts, our prayers, our love are with all of you. It's been a shit show from start to finish in 2020, but hopefully there's better times ahead. None of us have been through a year like this in our lifetimes. I mean, maybe there are people who lived through wars, and of course I don't want to try and compare, but to those that haven't, this has been crazy. I don't even know how to describe the year. That's a beautiful sentiment, Carl. Yes, definitely RIP to all the loved ones and friends that were lost in 2020. Beautiful sentiment, mate. Craig about to go naked and celebrate when it hits 0-0 like he did in Barcelona. No, the moves are safe for the time being, man. The moves won't be coming out anytime soon. My goal is to be confident and to ask my crush out. Man, do it. Do you know what I mean? Be funny as well. Do you know what? Don't take yourself too seriously. Women love a funny dude. Trust me, man. Women love a funny dude. It wasn't meant to be negative. Most people's goal is to lose weight, said John West. Yeah, but I'm going to try and be realistic with my goals, John. Do you know what I mean? And look, John, to be honest with you, mate, I now currently weigh about 15 stone 6, maybe 15 stone 7. I used to weigh 20 and a half stone. So I'm already down, what, if in pounds, 50, 95, 70 something pound. So I've already been down that, and I was down to 12 and a half stone at one point. So I have done a lot, mate. I've given up smoking. I've dropped, as I said, from 20 and a half stone down to where I am now. So I'm not doing too bad, John. I'm doing my best, buddy. Milo said, Craig, I'm autistic, and the way you treat autistic children is amazing. You treat autistic children the way no different to others. Do you know what? I have learned so much from so many amazing kids that are on the spectrum. But the real heroes that I'd like to shout out when we talk about autistic kids or kids on the spectrum or kids with learning difficulties are the amazing teachers and the amazing teachers' assistants who transformed my son's life. I mean, without the amazing education that he's gotten, the loving teaching and the help that he's been given, he's come on leaps and bounds. And yes, some of that's down to parenting, but a lot of that is down to the great work that the teachers and the teachers' assistants do in the school. So I can't say enough good things about them. Without those people, my son's life could be completely different. Where Lucas is now and where Lucas was 3 or 4 years ago is, I can't even compare it. Honestly, it's amazing, and it's down to the wonderful work done with teachers and assistants. Loads of fireworks going off everywhere by the looks of it. Nice, like it. Kate says, autistic children rock. I'm with a 7-year-old autistic people, and they're the best. Absolutely. Kids in general rock. We can learn so much from kids. They really do just take things in their stride. They're always happy, smiling. They've got a great attitude and outlook on life. And look, I always learn. My little dude teaches me stuff every single day, and my daughter teaches me stuff every single day as well. Keep up the good work. Love your content. Thank you, man. Lots of love to all of you guys. I love a big love in, by the way. I'm all. Can I ask you a question? Now, I'm going to get a little bit serious for a second, but don't worry, we'll go back to the lighthearted stuff. So, those that watch the channel for a long time know that I was at a very low point at one point here. I made a video saying goodbye. I was going to stop doing the channel. I broke down, and I was at a very low place. But part of my journey back started with my wife and my family. Then with you guys and your support, I received, and I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of emails, messages and stuff just telling me to carry on and wishing me well. But I had a breakthrough moment with my counsellor that then led me to go and see my psychologist. My psychologist got to the point where he said, take the comments that people are saying, the kindness that people are showing towards you in your YouTube chats, and take it as a hint about who you are. Because I was somebody with no self-esteem. I was somebody who thought that I don't deserve happiness. I didn't deserve good things to happen to me in my life, and I was always going to be in an angry, negative place. And thanks to the amazing work of my psychologist, and look, some hard work and some self-reflection from me, I want to ask you guys one question. Do I come across as less angry and less bitter than I used to be? Because I certainly feel like I'm a lot more loving, open and vulnerable these days, and I've tried to be, because I feel like it's a lot easier to be loving towards people than to be angry, and I used to come from a very angry place. So I just hope you guys have noticed the difference in me, because I've really been working on it over the past year to try and get to a better place. I'm a PA for an autistic child. Some days are tough, but I love it, and it's I imagine it's extremely difficult and extremely rewarding work, John. Go on, Craig, lad. Happy New Year, mate. Another big one ahead for the channel, said Fran. I hope so, Fran. Honestly, I think we can get to 100k by the end of 2021. I really want to get Connor that YouTube award that he deserves so much. And again, without Connor, I can't say enough good things about Connor. Honestly, I love him to bits. He's the brains behind the channel. I get all the credit, but I'm telling you, without Connor, none of this is possible. Right, what else have we got? I love your bald head. Thank you, mate. What else we got? Sven Boatman rumours ramping up. It happened to Mark as well, said the Anfield Talk. I think it might happen to a lot of us. I think people often talk about YouTube and they talk about the influence that YouTubers have over an audience or a specific group of people, but they don't talk about the other side of it. They don't talk about the influence that an audience has to a person or a YouTuber. As you've rightly said, and I've had this conversation with Mark. Mark did have that moment of clarity as well, where he thought to himself, I could approach this in a different way. And you're defensive immediately when you sit here, because you're vulnerable, and none of us like being vulnerable. So we're sitting here in front of a microphone being judged by people a lot of the time, but being shown most of the time love and support by people. So I think it takes you to get to a point where you feel safe and comfortable enough in your own skin and in the environment that you're in to start showing that vulnerability and to be able to show what you're really like. As a male particularly, I grew up in a house that was very old school, very kind of, the male's big, the male's strong, and I didn't ever want to show weakness, or I didn't ever want to show a chink in my armor, so to speak. But I'll tell you what, I'm loving life so much more, being relaxed and being open to receiving and giving love. It's made a difference in my life that I can't explain. This probably sounds all hippy dippy and all, but I'm telling you, it was a moment for me that I'll never forget. And there was a phrase that went along with it, and the phrase was very simple. It said, if you can't change your circumstances, change your, what's the word I'm looking for? If you can't change your circumstances, change your viewpoint, basically, or change your perception, something along those lines. And that really worked. So yeah, to all of you, thank you. So yes, it looks like good. A couple of people have noticed the difference, which is class, because I've really tried. Nice one, Craig. Boom. And what I really hate as well is, I probably pissed off a lot of people on YouTube, and I probably pissed off a lot of people over the years as well, through that anger and stuff. And I hate that that's happened, and I hate that there is some bad blood out there, and I've healed some of those wounds. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't always a fault for a lot of them, but some of them I was. Some of them I overreacted to, and I feel sorry that people will remember me that way in specific times, because that wasn't me. But it was me, and I take responsibility for it, but it wasn't me, if you get what I mean. I mean, I wish people had have given me the time to show that I was working and developing. And look, I often laugh when people say, people bring up something from 2 or 3 years ago, for anyone, and just have a pop with them. But surely as human beings, we're all trying to evolve, and we're all trying to get to a better place, and we're all trying to improve, and we're all trying to be open to different viewpoints and different interpretations of things. So I think we should always be open to learning. But look, back to the fun shit. What have we got? Come on Celtic for the old firm, said the Anfield talk. No London fireworks this year, said John West. Craig, your missus is waiting for you to crack some beer and celebrate. We don't drink. Well, my missus might have a drink or two, but I don't drink. I'd stick to the old... actually, I can't even drink the Diet Coke yet, because I need water. What's everyone's favourite bottle of water, by the way? In Ireland, I have to say it's Volvic, but in America, it's Voss. And I can't get Voss in Ireland for some reason, but Voss is the king of bottled waters to me. But what do you guys drink if you're having a bottle of water? Craig, what an absolute legend. Love the content from Qatar. Lots of love right back to you, buddy. And again, I hope to visit Qatar with my wife soon. It's definitely on our list of places we want to go and see. Weenie Boy says, you're really an ambassador for mental health. Thank you for that courage. As much as I think I have progressed as a person, I've always been somebody that talks about mental health. The way I got myself into the system to be treated for mental health was by going on News Talk, a radio station in Ireland, and explaining my circumstances and that I couldn't get seen to. And I had to fight to get that. I had to fight to get my first bit of help. And when I did, and I learned that there's a lot of other people out there, and I learned that suicide is the biggest killer of males under 30 in Ireland, and I lost a couple of friends along the way as well to suicide, it really made me feel like, look, this shit has to come to an end. People have to stop feeling like they can't speak up. People have to stop feeling like it's embarrassing. If you broke your arm, you'd ring into your boss and say, I can't come into work, I broke my arm. But people often don't feel like they can speak up if they're, people say to you, cheer up, or it'll get better, or sometimes you need to speak to a professional. Sometimes you may need some medication, but you know what? We're all fucked up in our own unique way. So, as I always say, if there is anybody out there, don't suffer in silence. Always speak up. There's nothing to be ashamed about. What is there to be ashamed about? I'll sit here and tell you every shit thing I've done in my life, and I'll tell you everything I've done wrong and everything I've done right. But don't be ashamed of it. It's like any other illness. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're black, if you're white, if you're Asian, if you're Catholic, if you're Protestant, if you're Hindu. Doesn't care about it. But it can affect all of us. So do speak up. Don't suffer in silence. Even if it's only opening up to a friend to begin with, or a trusted family member, please do speak up, because your life is always worth living. You're all amazing people. Don't let anybody get you down. Don't listen to anyone else's negativity, because a lot of the time people that are throwing this abuse towards you, and people who are being negative at you, are suffering themselves. And they're just projecting their own hurt out onto you. And they don't realise it at the time. They probably will realise it later on in life, or maybe they'll have that eureka moment. But don't let them get to you. Don't let online bullies, cyber bullies, anyone like that get to you, because one, they don't know you. but two, I'm sure you're an amazing person and you just need to be given that opportunity to show it. So that's what we love about our little group on here, is we all have unique personalities and we all have different takes on things, but we accept each other for who we are, and it means a lot to me. Right, what else we got? Tap water sucks, said John. I don't know, man, I don't mind tap water. Tap water's not too bad. Voss, Lance is going with as well. I can tell you a funny story about Voss. Spring water, oh, you filthy animal, Ben. Ballygowan, that's the one water I won't drink, mate. I think it tastes, there's an aftertaste from Ballygowan. I'll tell you a story about Voss anyway. So we were over in Orlando, myself and Connor, and I bought 2 bottles of Voss on the first day we were over there and put them in the fridge, and I said, we'll come back to these bottles in 2 or 3 days, mate, and you're going to tell me how gorgeous this bottle of water is. And he said, it's a bottle of water, it's only going to be water. So fast forward 3 days, he opens and drinks the bottle of Voss, and he turns around to me and he says, this is fucking gorgeous, this is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what it is about Voss, but it really is just delicious. What else we got? Holy shit, that was your son. I remember that video. It was viral. I don't know which video that was, mate. Sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. It's never ending fight. My brother killed himself last Boxing Day. Help came too late for him, but not for us. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kate. And this must be a very difficult time of year for you. As I've said to you before as well, I get it. My dad was an alcoholic, and unfortunately his liver packed up, and he passed away on the 30th of December 2012, and my grandmother passed away at Christmas time, and I wrote my car off on the way down to visit my mother to give her a Christmas present after my parents had separated at one point. My mother was in a coma after taking an overdose of paracetamol during Christmas time. My uncle fell down the stairs after a Christmas party, unfortunately, and passed away from his injuries. So it can be a very difficult time, which is why I try to make sure I'm on here talking as much as I can, even if I've got no content prepared or nothing ready to do. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to come on tonight as well, because, you know, these moments like Christmas time and Easter time and Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve, they can be wonderful moments when spent with loved ones and shared. But if you're alone, or if you haven't got people around you right now, whether that be because of the restrictions or whether that be because you're just sitting at home, I want people to know that they've got an outlet to come in here tonight and to share the moment with the rest of us, and to welcome in the new year, and share the love that we all have for each other in here. And I think the community aspect of what we do, and I know Mark feels the same with the United Stand, and I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers do as well, but the community aspect of what we do is really important to all of us, particularly to us. I can promise you that. So I had no plans originally, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought how selfish it would be for me if I didn't come on and stream tonight, just to say thank you and just make sure that everybody is all right. Everyone's doing okay. I have autism. Thanks for understanding autism. Big fan of your YouTube channel. Thank you, buddy. And I've got to be honest with you, until I'm autistic, by the way. A lot of people don't know this. I have Asperger's, but I only discovered that I had Asperger's when I was, I think, maybe 30. It's Lucas now. Lucas is going to be 9 in January, so I was probably 34, 35 when I was diagnosed with Asperger's. And once I got that diagnosis, so much stuff made sense in my life, like hearing sensitivities that I had, or anxiety that I thought was related to a specific moment. So I kept trying to find with psychologists and psychiatrists where that moment was, and I thought that there'd be a eureka moment. But when I found out that I had Asperger's, I understood that anxiety is just part of who I am now. And it felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I don't talk about that part much. I don't talk about the fact that I have Asperger's, because I'm extremely high functioning and I would be on the lower end of the scale. But it was definitely a moment in my life that I'll never forget, and it changed everything. It just felt like I understood who I was at that point. It was huge. So but before that moment and Lucas getting diagnosed, I have to say I was very ignorant about autism, and it took me, I was probably one of those people, when you see a kid acting up in a shop as an example, you probably say, look at that bold little child over there, like, but that, you know, when I understood autism, I thought, well, look, there are still bold kids, of course, or kids who are acting up, but sometimes it's a sensory issue. Sometimes it can be a clothing issue that kids don't feel uncomfortable. Sometimes kids can just feel unsafe in an environment. And when I started to understand that a bit more, because it obviously affected my life and my son's life, I felt really terrible that I didn't learn more about autism beforehand. And it took autism touching our lives before I got to know a bit about it. And my wife is amazing with stuff like this, by the way. She's forever trying to take in and learn new stuff. Happy New Year to everyone. And look, glory, Man United. There's always got to be one, doesn't there, that just brings the tone down a little bit. What else is there? You've grown so much. I'm so proud of you, Craig. Have a great 2021. Thank you very much. New Year, and there's a United fan in here trying really hard, living rent free. I know we're all on here having fun and just saying hello and stuff. But look, ladies and gents, I'm going to say goodnight to you all. I'm going to go spend some time with the family. I'll be live tomorrow to cover the Manchester United game on Mundo Sporto, which is our second channel. There's a link in the description. If you want to come over and join me for that one, really appreciate it. I'll also be back there on Saturday, where I'll be joined with Carl from Nothing But Reds. We're going to be, or excuse me, Kyle. Oh my God, I can't believe I said Kyle, I'm so sorry. Kyle from Nothing But, I was thinking of Carl and Julie. Kyle from Nothing But Reds, he's going to be coming on. We're going to be having a chat about the Southampton game. I'll then do my preview as well. And look, we've got lots of stuff coming up. But if you've celebrated New Year's already, Happy New Year to you. If you're in America or Canada or somewhere like that and New Year hasn't happened yet, I hope you have a lovely time when it does. And to you all out there, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you to Connor. Thank you to my family and wife. Thank you to all of you that have made this year bearable in what has been a horrible year for a lot of people. And as Carl said, take a moment as well to remember all those that have sadly passed this year, and may they rest in peace. And our thoughts, of course, are with all the families. Love you guys. I will chat to you tomorrow. Up the Reds, and hopefully United drop points at Villa. Look, you wouldn't respect me if I didn't end with that. Love you guys so much. Thank you. Good night.